Well, the painfully long wait for a replacement for Canada's Sea King helicopters is finally nearing an end. The Defence Minister today boarded a Cyclone chopper that's being tested at CFB Shearwater on the East Coast. But it's going to be at least 2 more years before all 28 Cyclone helicopters are in service across the country. Hey, News reporter Mary Beth Burton now with more on the new choppers and the old political fight that has kept the Sea Kings in the air decades longer than they should have been.
Forget a day late and $1 short. Canada's Cyclone helicopters are 3 years late and about $3 billion over their initial budget.
What a beautiful bird this is.
Canada's Defence Minister gets a tour of a Sikorsky-made Cyclone helicopter. 28 of them were ordered by Canada in 2004 for $3 billion. They were supposed to be delivered in 2008. 3 years later, a prototype arrives on our soil.
The helicopter you see here today is just the first installment. It's a temporary piece of equipment provided by Sikorsky, who also made the Sea King, incidentally, and will be used initially as a ground-based training aid for technicians.
There'll be 6 delivered in this configuration. The final configurations will start about a year from now in June of 12 and be delivered at a rate of 1 per month.
As defense staff put on a brave face, historians shake their heads.
You're looking at a project which is going to be a model of how not to acquire a weapon system.
The UVic professor says the Cyclone story may not be over yet.
A new helicopter, not proven and tested, a helicopter who the civilian version of which has had some very serious issues, including that disastrous crash off the coast of Newfoundland. And we're getting a helicopter that still isn't up to what the Navy hoped it would be.
There are 6 Sea King helicopters out of 443 Squadron and Patricia Bay here on Vancouver Island. All West Coast personnel will have to go to Shearwater for training, and it could be as long as 2 years before we see a Cyclone here on Vancouver Island. The Sea Kings have been in the air since 1963, and most experts agree they should have been grounded a decade or 2 ago. The Defence Minister puts some of the blame on not replacing the choppers sooner on the Liberals.
Remember specifically the dark days when Jean Chrétien scrapped the original Sea King replacement in the early 1990s.
The cancelling of that contract cost Canadians $500 million at the time.
But to be frank, it was the delay that has been deadly.
Canada's Auditor General estimates the Cyclones, combined with the bill on the continuous repairs of the Sea Kings, at a total cost of more than $6 billion. The government has announced it will fine Sikorsky $8 million for the latest delay in delivering the Cyclones, but no matter how you spin it, critics say the political stink over the Sea King replacements won't go away anytime soon. In Victoria, Mary Beth Burton, A News.